The Joe Rogan Experience.
What is happening right now with this virus, where everybody's being forced indoors and forced to stop work? It's a terrible thing for people financially, but it is, in a sense, a reset button. It's a real reset button.
Yeah.
To know that this shitty job that you hate going to could go away at any moment, because all jobs could go away at any moment, is a real wake-up call, because even the good jobs are going away, right? If you're in San Francisco, you have the best job in the world. Guess what? You can't even go there.
Right.
You might have the best job. You're so fucking pumped to go to work every day. You can't go. You can't go.
Yeah.
So that can be taken away from you too. So if you're living a bullshit life, like, recognize that all of this for everybody could go away.
Right.
If Yellowstone blows, half the people die.
Right.
Like, easily,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Right.
And that motherfucker could easily go.
Sure.
We need these little catastrophes sometimes just to let us understand that the window of time that we've been existing in, that's been relatively free of disaster, is unique. And that's not normal. Normal is madness. Normal is we're in the middle of a fucking shooting gallery spinning 1,000 miles an hour around a fireball. That's normal. And every now and then shit flies into our atmosphere and wreaks havoc.
This is why I love Hollow Earth theory, man. You ever get into that shit? Do you ever get into that?
Is that for people to get kicked out of the Flat Earth Society?
Yeah, Flat Earth people look down on Hollow Earthers. But Hollow Earth is, like, to me, my favorite of them all, because if the idea is like, yeah, humans have been on the planet for a long time, and if we want to go into like the cool idea of the Atlanteans and advanced civilizations, at some point, if you can't create a way to protect from the meteor impacts and you're looking to create a sustaining civilization, you're going to want to go in there, man. And so to me, it's such a fucking cool idea that in the core of the Earth is another sun that has an advanced civilization that hasn't been disrupted by the shit that happens on the surface of the planet. It turns the Earth into a spaceship. Inside the spaceship are these advanced beings. And outside the spaceship, it's like a celestial fungus that's like growing out. It's like, another way to put it would be, outside the spaceship is Mad Max. Like, covering outside the spaceship is just a bunch of, like, us that are inside the thing who have basically been completely disrupted over and over and over again. So they have no idea what history is. They have no idea where the planet came from. They don't know anything. And now we've sort of grown out of control all around the ship. And so this kind of shit that's happening is like turning on the windshield wipers. It's like, hey, man, you got humans on you. You know that, right, man? You're like crawling with them. Oh, fuck. Wipe them out. Get rid of them. Let's just scrub the fucking surface. Do some earthquakes. Yellowstone is just a windshield wiper for the people who live inside the planet.
Well, you know what humans are, man? Really? What? A vector for ideas.
Yeah.
It's ideas that change everything. The humans just do the work of the ideas.
Right.
What we are, we're the first thing that can manipulate our environment that has ideas. We're the first thing with ideas. All these other animals, they had instincts.
Right.
They had ideas in terms of like trying to figure out the best patterns to acquire food, how to sneak up on birds.
Yeah.
But if you think cats have ideas, well, guess what? They all have the same fucking idea. Cats aren't inventing shit.
Right.
They're not inventing things. There's a specific kind of idea that's unique to a human being. Regardless of the sentience of other animals, ours is unique in that it allows us to make stuff. Not just little things. We can make gigantic machines that travel into space, and all the wild creations of human beings all came out of ideas. We think it's all humans, but true, we are the ones that put forth. But if you're a thing that wants to get born and you need a host, you get that curious ape that's just been trying to figure out better ways to stab its neighbor with a spear. Get that thing and slowly infect it with ideas.
Right.
Ideas of new stuff to make.
Yeah.
And then it goes out and does the work for you, and then you take over the earth. The ideas have taken over the earth. The people are just the toys of the ideas. Now, if instead of ideas you said demons, I mean, that's literally what people used to think was happening to folks when they did terrible things. They had bad ideas, they acted on those bad ideas, and ancient religions thought of those ideas like they were demons, like these people were possessed. That was a common thought, that someone's possessed by a demon.
Still is.
We're all possessed by ideas. and some possessed by them more than others. Like Elon Musk is particularly haunted. He's possessed by ideas.
Swarms of ideas.
And what does he do? Well, look at what he's done. He's one guy that's probably had more of an impact on our perception of what the future holds in terms of technology than any other one individual human being that is widely known of like he is, a famous human like he is. I mean, he's doing Tesla, which is the most advanced electric cars in the world. They're insane.
Yeah.
Then he's doing this fucking loop thing, right? The boring project where he's boring. Well, he's doing the Hyperloop. He's doing the boring project. He's making tunnels under L.A. and Vegas, and you're going to be able to shoot through those tunnels going 120 miles an hour. Then he's making rockets that shoot up into space. Oh, and solar power, too. Yeah. Like, what? How is one guy's doing all this? What's going on there? Well, that guy's infected by ideas. That guy probably has a huge receptor, and ideas have clung on to him. Just like some girls have big tits, some people have crazy parts of their brain that soaks in ideas, and it's no rhyme or reason to why. But what they are is an antenna for ideas. Those ideas come up, and you're like, wow, I'm glad I thought of that. And then you go to work on fracking. You go to work on all kinds of different crazy things that change the world forever. Whoever invented Fukushima, right? He's like, I'll figure out how to shut it off when that time comes.
We'll figure it out.
No one ever does. But that person talked people, or that group of people whose ideas all coincided, talked people into building a gigantic nuclear furnace that you can never shut off.
Yeah. How crazy is that? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
We scan the skies for meteor impacts, but we
Yeah.
have no way to scan human consciousness for some incoming idea.
Yeah.
Because some ideas coming in are going to be great, but there's going to be a few that are really bad ideas. Like,
Yeah.
Hitler.
Yep.
He had an idea.
Yeah.
And it was a bad fucking idea.
And he implemented
Where
that
was that
terrible idea.
That idea was just floating in
Yep.
the astral plane, gradually just shooting towards Hitler's fucking brain.
That idea is fueled by an ecosystem, and just like you're fueled by nutrients, right? Human beings are fueled by plants and fish and animals and vitamins and all these different things. Well, these ideas are fueled. They're fueled by insecurity and ego and lust and greed and jealousy and anger and virtue and love and prosperity and comfort and community, and all those different components of human consciousness all interact with this idea. So the idea becomes like it just hitches a ride. It hitches a ride with all these ideas that already exist in your brain.
Yeah.
And then with these pre-existing structures like businesses and warehouses and all these different things that we use to make stuff and then ship it out, then the idea becomes a thing. And then the idea winds up in the belly of a seagull because it looks like a fish. Whoops. Sorry. You're
Yeah,
dead.
right.
You're dead,
Right.
seagull. You couldn't figure out that that's a bottle cap.
Wow.
Not a fish. And that this is how things change. They don't just change because of people. We're blaming ourselves. And it is definitely us that's doing the work. But it's all coming out of ideas. If we thought of ideas as a life force, instead of thinking ideas as like something you own,
Yeah.
something you hold, but even though you do deserve credit for your ideas because your discipline to sit down and try to cultivate these ideas accelerates the production of those ideas and exercises the muscle through which those ideas come through focus and energy. So you deserve credit for it. This is not a socialist way of looking at it, but everybody that has an idea that's really good will tell you it's like it came out of nowhere. Like every great bit that you've ever had, it's like pop, a light bulb goes off and you have this thought and it comes out of nowhere.
Right.
That's like most things that you write that are really cool. They kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You just sit there and then all of a sudden you think of things and you write them out. They're an idea that you're wrestling. You just catch them. You
That's
just
it.
catch them.